So my name's Andy, this is the Beard in the Wild channel, and today I'm looking at the OneTigris Stella 4-season tent. I don't have 100,000 subscribers, I can't afford a Hilleberg, but at £200, could this be my first 4-season tent that is affordable for use in the UK? I have bought my first 4-season tent. I had to try and buy an affordable 4-season tent. Now, the tent I've been using before this and up until now has been the OEX Phoxx 2 version 2, which is an incredible bit of kit. However, it's a little bit small and it is a 3-season tent. I wanted something that weighed the same, around 2 kilograms, but was 4-season and that hopefully is going to do a good job. After a little bit of research, I settled on the OneTigris Stella. So let's open it up now and see what we get in the pack. It might look muddy, it's because I've just done a video showing my full kit list, but I haven't actually used this before. So let's go through and look what we get in the pack. So we have a set of aluminium poles. It's like a cross pole, but we'll set it up in a minute. We've also got a bag of pegs, and I can feel that the guy lines are also going to need attaching. The bottom of this tent does feel a little bit thin, according to people that have already looked at it. So I went ahead and bought the footprint. So this is the official footprint for the tent. I think it's probably an extra £20 more. You get a little bit that goes into the vestibule and that sort of stuff, but we'll set it up and we'll have a little look, as well as that, and obviously the tent itself. Now, I've unrolled this and re-rolled it properly, so it's the width of my bag. It doesn't stick out too much, and obviously I keep my poles separately. So this is everything that you're getting in the pack. So in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you get 10 pegs and your guy lines. Let's start setting them up, have a little look, and have a look around the tent. Okay, so first things first, let's get this little footprint pegged out. And next up, let's unroll the tent and get her out. So this tent is an inner first. As you can see, we've got the fly here, but the pole's attached to the inner. Now, the inner has a waterproofing to it, so in an emergency, and if it is raining, you might be all right. Okay, now that that's laid out, let's see how easy this pole system is to put together. Big cross pole, and that little one will go over the roof. I'll show you that in a sec. I love the satisfaction of when you unravel poles like that. Okay, so now I've got my poles. I'm going to pop this one in that eyelet there. Hopefully it's going to stay in. And I'm going to run round and hopefully pop this one in. There we go, keeping that like so. I've got one in, holding that like so. I'm going to pop this one in. There's probably an easier way of doing this, can't lie. However, I'm not super experienced with this tent in particular, or indeed tents that are set up that way. Now that we've set up our pole system, it is as simple as clipping the inner all the way around. All right, next up we're going to take this random little pole and you pop it, I think, probably going to be over those poles, I would imagine. If I'm wrong, let me know, but yeah, let's give it a go. A little bit fiddly, but not too bad. And there she is, so we can see her standing up. Okay, I'm quite happy. So I'm going to put 4 pegs in these corners. So I am going to combine the pegs that I've used with the footprint with the pegs of the tent, which actually makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's why they don't include any pegs. Okay, like so. So she's all pegged in. Let's get over the fly. So once I've got the fly on, the first thing I'm going to do is connect these little buckles to the corners, and you can adjust the tension afterwards. Give it a little bit. And now all that's left for me to do is just to nip round, peg in these little pieces here. And once they're pegged in, last but not least, is to attach the guy points. So the guy points are going to go onto the stronger loops on the side. You've got other loops here, but that must be for like rolling back a door or something. It's going to go on these strong ones. So I'm going to attach them now. So I'm going to attach the guy lines now to the stronger of the loops. There's 4 of these around the tent. Nice and simple bowline knot. If you're in high winds, have long guy lines. Lovely. There we go. And we've got our bow lines nice and secure. You can see that really pulled the tent out. Here is the tent all set up. Now, this is really common in any review out there, is actually the space between the fly off the floor, because for a 4-season tent, you would expect the fly to be close to the floor. However, the tent has a really high bathtub, which I'll show you now, but that is my first impression that, yeah, that is quite high. So let's open her up and have a little look. Let's open up the OneTigris Stella. Lovely, there she is. So let's open up the main door, and there she is, all open. Now, having used the Phoxx 2 for such a long time, I am not used to being able to sit up in a tent. This is weird. It is like an absolute palace in here. Come and have a look. So here we are in the tent itself, and as you can see, I won't put my feet on the floor, but that is a lot of room. On the top, you've got your little hooks for hanging your lanterns, and then also you can see here you've got some other little loops, 4 of those located at the top of the tent. That's quite nice because I can put up like a little drying line or something like that. But my God, this is a lot of room. Now, one of the reasons I did get this tent is I like the idea. It's a 4-season. It doesn't just mean it can be used in winter. On the tent itself, if I show you this door, it is a double door opening. So the door on this side is absolutely replicated on the other side. The vestibules are not huge, but the tent's so big, if you're one person, you're going to get all your gear in anyway. You've also got your built-in mesh. So your built-in fly net. It doesn't look like it's good for midges, but it does look like it's going to be good for your mozzies and most bugs out there. So I was quite happy with that aspect of the tent. That's going to allow me to get some nice airflow through the tent. And yeah, this seems like an absolute palace compared to what I'm used to. So there she is, and what's my first impressions? I really like her. I'm yet to try it out. I am going to try it out tonight, so I'm going to have a video at my first wild camp in the 4-season OneTigris Stella. So subscribe to the channel, and then when that's up in about a week, you'll get notified about me using it at night time. But my first impressions is I really like it. Look, granted, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Ideally, I want like a brown, coyote, greeny kind of tent. This is jet black. Also, yeah, this does look like the fly is high off the floor, but the bathtubs are pretty big and there's no wind tonight. So for the price, I'm really happy, but I'm yet to test it. So I'm going to test this tonight. Subscribe to the channel and let me know, have you got a OneTigris Stella, or what's your views on it? Or could I spend my £200 better elsewhere? I'm sure there are lots of opinions out there, but thanks for watching.